This video is brought to you by our patrons. If you want to make sure we can create more content like this, consider supporting us on our Patreon. Thank you. Hello and welcome to Chapter 6 of Capitalism, Socialism and Democracy by Schumpeter, Joseph A. Schumpeter. And this chapter is called Plausible Capitalism. So right off the bat, Schumpeter emphasizes that in the last chapter he was not making a real prediction about the future. Rather, it was an exercise to highlight a few points. First of all, he wanted to highlight the amount of progress that has been made in the last 50 years, at his time of writing, by taking that growth and projecting it into the future. So by framing it this way, readers can get a better idea of just how far we have come in 1928. And the second reason was to give us a quantitative idea of what we could reasonably expect to happen in the future. That is the amount of quantitative difference the capitalist system can make. So again, while it's not his actual prediction as a theorist, he is just trying to make us aware of what level of evolution is possible under a capitalist system. But before we spend too much time focusing on the future, we must first verify whether some of our assumptions here are correct. For example, was this growth in the past really a result of the capitalist system/market? Or was it merely a coincidence? Or did it occur in spite of the capitalist system? In other words, were there other conditions that gave rise to such a dramatic increase of output and improvement of living conditions? And was it not the work of the capitalist system itself? So when addressing this, there are 3 points that we must deal with. First, the business class, which is indeed characterized by economics in its structure and character, is far closer to a meritocracy than in the feudal system preceding it. It has an effective system of incentives that lead the best minds to have economic motives. And the whole of society is whipped up efficiently as the threat of destitution is a real threat. And conversely, as the possibility of success is a real possibility. Point to consider number 2. A critic would now point out here that while this system is good for those who are making the money, this incentive structure is all profit motivated, not welfare motivated. So how could this possibly be the best system for society? And Schumpeter says here that while he is certainly a critic of classic economics and their laissez-faire kind of ideas, he does agree on the point that just because something has a profit motive doesn't mean that it is inherently then bad for society. And point to consider number 3. Although we threw the classical economists a bone in the point before, Schumpeter points out that they still failed to provide us with a theory which backed up this claim that profit motives can be good for society. And other economists have done much better than them, with some even showing that monopolistic economies can contribute sometimes more to social welfare than highly competitive ones. So, crazy stuff. And that's where we will stop for today. If you enjoyed this chapter, please hit a like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And we will see you next time for Chapter 7.